Bojangles, 2-minute warning to the Blitz tonight.
All right, here we go. We are ready to go here for another high school football Friday night. Well, kind of. Half the games were last night. Maybe they could have played tonight. Maybe the rain actually stayed away tonight. Well, let's show you what happened last night with this game. As North Lenoir in Kinston, they had themselves ready to go in a wild game. Kinston 8-0, North Lenoir 0-8, so it looked like it was going to be an easy game, right? Well, Kinston down 7-0, and they would come back. Kieran Hooker to Kari Pitts. He would score, and just like that, it looked like Coach Collins going to be denied his first win, but oh, his Hawks, they came ready to play in this one. They would score here and go up 13-7 in the second quarter. Coach Gieselman trying to become the winningest coach in Lenoir County football history. He goes to his bag of tricks. He has Holmes passing it. They would go 14-13, but it would be those North Lenoir Hawk crazies who would watch their team take the lead on the pick six, but with 4 minutes to go, in the downpour, it is Kinston getting the touchdown and getting the win as they hold on 20-19 to stay undefeated and clinch at least a tie for their Eastern Carolina Conference title. So Green Central trying to keep pace. They'll play Kinston next week. They needed to beat Aiden Grifton if they were going to get a share of that title. Well, Aiden Grifton had other ideas. Ray Darden was a man. 200 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Coach Wooten's squad could not find an answer as they fall in this one by the final. Hold on, 25-6. We'll get to Mike in just a minute. One other game we want to show you from last night. That was West Craven and Washington going at it. And West Craven still has a chance now to at least share the title if they can get a win. Green Central can beat Kinston next week. Well, last night looked pretty good for West Craven as they would get the nice pass completion, but it would end up in a Dontrell Hill touchdown. And West Craven, they get the win over Washington by the final of 22-7. Yeah, West Craven showing off its muscles. Hey, we got the Blitz coming up, but first, let's go into the Zebra Zone. What brings you guys back every Friday night?
Oh, man, love of the game.
Love the game.
Love of the game.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
We played together in Havelock a long time ago.
Really? Yeah.
Wow.
This should be a good game. We're looking forward to a well-played game by both teams, and hopefully we're not involved in it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Let's see here. We need these two. Yeah, let's put in North Side and White Oak. So White Oak is the yellow one. Different North Side than that one, sorry. Different different North Side. You are correct.
Football News Channel 12!
Rain, go away and let teams play only on Fridays. It's been another full week of pigskin, and we have all your highlights on this week 12 edition of the Blitz. Riverside and Pamlico had a big battle in Bayboro. Clinton and East Duplin had another classic showdown, this time in Eulahville. And in the game of the century this week, undefeated Havelock took on unbeaten Jacksonville in a winner-take-all game for the Coastal Conference title. Finish off that leftover candy, we've got plenty of water to wash it all down.
The Blitz starts now!
All right, welcome to the Blitz. Brian's not here tonight.
No, I'm here.
No, of course he is, because he's been so excited for a game that we're starting with tonight. Like
this
since week
game
one.
has been on our radar for so long. Havelock and Jacksonville, both undefeated, ranked 1 and 2 in the state in 3A. Last year it came down to the wire, and it did again tonight. It lived up to the hype. It's our Barber Hendrick Blitz premier matchup. Yes, there's a Honda in there as well. And boy, they were running like race cars in this one. It was actually a 7-7 game second quarter. Welton Spotsville in the Wildcat. Here he goes with the touchdown. And just like that, they were up 13-7. The fans loving life. But then a couple of fumble exchanges would happen, and that would be Havelock recovering. That would set up an Anthony Harris TD, and Jacksonville fans, they were down 19-7, and it will only get worse here. As Terrence Rayner, the West Carteret transfer, the long run, he's going to get down to the one and set up his own touchdown, and that would make it 25-7. Bo Williams' team was trailing. He wasn't happy, but you know, they're going to come back behind. Their super senior Justin Benton breaking tackles left and right. That cut it to 25-13, and then here he comes, sinister, Kai Gier, 60 yards, and we've got ourselves a game. Got it to 25-20, but Caleb King says, you know, I got this guy number 5.
He's like, get back here.
He's pretty good, number 5. We're going to have him keep on the read option. Anthony Harris. That's 60 yards to the house, and when you run like that, you know who that makes happy? Your offensive lineman. Look at this smile. Yeah, back in front, but Jacksonville would not go away. Justin Benton scrambling and finding Kendrick Blake Jr., who scores, cut the lead back to 33-27. The fans constantly clapping. Jacksonville got the ball back driving, but they cough it up. The biggest play of the game, that would turn into an Anthony Harris touchdown. That gave them some breathing room, and then Cameron Hutchinson put this one to bed with a 67-yard TD run. Havelock escapes. The score not even close to the indication of how close this game was. Havelock wins it by the final of 45-27 to capture the Coastal Conference title.
I mean, to stop an offense like that and to slow it down the way we did in the first half, you know, I mean, they're going to make plays. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You know, you got a quarterback like him, he's going to make plays, running backs all over the field. Just an incredible job by them. We wanted to be tested, you know. You need those going in, and these guys set those goals to go undefeated, win the county championship, conference championship. Now it's on to the big one.
So they are your Coastal Conference champs, and now one more non-conference game, then they'll get ready for the playoffs.
West Carteret trying to wrap up 3rd place. They traveled to Swansboro. This game was yesterday, but we're going to start things off with Josh Plisco. Check out this slant pass.
On senior night.
Senior night, nonetheless. Come on, you gotta represent those seniors. Deshaun Jones with the score, and 41-3 is your final as West Carteret takes the win.
Here comes Deshaun Jones right here. We had a little editing issue. Oh, I guess we're not going to show it. Okay, no problem. Let's go to your next game. That would be White Oak and Northside battling for bragging rights. And Northside, be careful with the Monarchs next year. Young this year, and they've been getting better and better every game, including this guy, the super junior, Jaquarius Conley. He has offers from Duke, East Carolina, and North Carolina, showing why with another long TD run. And Coach Bird says, yeah, we're trying to figure out how to stop this guy and maybe how to stop this. The naked bootleg. Look for the quarterback. There he is, and there he goes. Northside behind Jalen Pierre. They win by the final of 41-8. All right, in the East Central Conference, we have a 4-way deal going between Wallace Rose Hill, East Duplin,
and 2 other schools.
And
the
James
Panthers
King.
hosted a 6-1 Clinton team that hasn't lost since its season opener at Cape Fear, and that was Diamante Dixon, the fumble recovery for the touchdown. Now, Laquan Brown, the rushing touchdown for those Panthers, and East Duplin, a big
Huge
comeback from last week after losing to James Keenan. They come back, beat Clinton 19-6.
I love your artistic video you did there tonight. James Keenan started the night tied for first place with Clinton. The Tigers took on rival Wallace Rose Hill in Legion Stadium last night. And remember, Wallace beat them to start the year. James Keenan much improved. Well, Wallace has a freshman that they didn't see earlier. Kanye Roberts would score, and then here comes Cameron Dalrymple for the touchdown. And then Roberts again, and Wallace Rose Hill takes it to James Keenan by the final of 44-11. So we now have a 4-way tie for first place in that conference with 1 game to go. The scenarios are crazy, but there's going to be co-champions between either James Keenan, Wallace Rose Hill, East Duplin, and Clinton.
Yep.
Something's going to happen. We'll try and explain it all.
Shows the depth, too, that Wallace had after showing that they can add guys after injuries.
4-time defending state champs, getting better as the year goes on. That's the secret to being great. Hey, we've got a lot more coming up on our, what do they call it? Penultimate regular season edition of the Blitz, as we have a bunch more games to show you. But first, our fans in the stands. We take you to Pamlico, where the Hurricanes had a big game
hilarious.
against Riverside tonight. Look out! We'll show you that coming up.
Don't
on
pull
the
over.
Blitz. Whole freaking place is going to drive me bananas tonight. Okay, here's what we need to do on this one.
You want to just attach it as is?
So we need Riverside Pamlico helmets. Yeah, just attach it as it is. Yes, Dan, I'm sorry. Every 3 games, I want to come back on camera. So this will be Southwest and Trask, yes. So let's get Riverside and Pamlico helmets.
Riverside is up there, Brett. I can't reach it. The night.
I'll get it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we all know Tarboro wrapped up yet another undefeated Coastal Plains Conference season. You were scared about that, weren't you?
I don't think that Craddock's going to like that very much.
But we had a big battle
we
for
didn't drop it. We still have it.
We had a big battle for second place. It didn't hit the ground, Coach. Big battle for second place between Pamlico and Riverside. 8-1 versus 8-2. And this one was a pretty good game as well. Pamlico came out hunting for bear, and boy, they started really well. Jarquez Jones is going to score to go up 7-0. Then they would score yet again. Jarquez Jones, breaking, don't take that from me, as they would go up 15-0, but Riverside would rally in this one. Brandon Beach, the 48-yard TD pass to Hassan Belcher, and then just before halftime, Beach looking for my man Sunshine, and he's got him. Jay LaVille, he has it, but in the second half, Pamlico would pull away, and they get the win over Riverside, 36-19, to secure second place in the Coastal Plains Conference.
South Creek traveled to the Blunt's Creek area of Beaufort County. They took on the Southside Seahawks, and not much action. South Creek, they lead 7-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. They have some momentum. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. Fourth down, and number 11, Sion Kinlaw. Pass complete, and that would be a first down, but the clock running down. Southside needed to convert on fourth down, and he slips on wet grass like you just saw right there. South Creek shuts out Southside 7-0.
Jones Sr. was on the north side of Beaufort County to take down the Panthers last night, and a good game between these two, struggling to get wins here towards the end of the season. Check out Northside, though. Tyler Modlin. He's modeling in the end zone. Say cheese. But here come the twins from Jones Sr. Detorian Brown looking for his twin brother, De Jour. And that is the De Jour play of the night. But Kenneth Winfield on the triple option is going to keep for Northside, and they're going to squeak out the 22-20 victory. We'll look for number 31 going down the field. So Northside beats Jones. The Trojans have now lost 20 in a row, but they are so close. Okay, Southwest Onslow in first place in the Atlantic 8 Conference. But hold on now, Croatan coming on here at the end of the season. These two teams are going to meet next week, probably for the conference title, if they took care of business tonight. Let's start with the Stallions. They played at Trask in Rocky Point. You know who used to be a Trask Titan? A guy named B.J. Jordan, who now suits up and wears number 25 for the Southwest Onslow Stallions, and there he is against his old team. He scores.
They always like to score against their former teams.
He got pumped up for tonight's game, and Darius Thomas going to keep on the naked bootleg, and he's good enough to score as well, and this one got out of hand in a hurry. 49-0. Southwest Onslow does its part.
Well, here's Croatan, as they played at Pender tonight. So again, they needed to do their part to try to make next week's game as big as we're thinking it might be. This is Sean's stage. He likes to perform on the big stage. Big lights right here. Touchdown for stage. And Pender would kind of make it a game. This is labeled Henry, but Croatan goes on to win 48-18.
All right, so Croatan is now won, 4 or 5 in a row. Look out for them. Richland's trying to get a playoff spot back at home against Dixon tonight.
And Brian, again, I like the blurred action tonight on our cameras. They were working really, really well tonight, as you can see. But Richlands was pumped up about it, and Emmanuel Whitehead, of course, who else would find the end zone? That was the first score, 7-0 Wildcats, but some nice defensive plays too. Tariq Clark with the tackle for loss, and Richlands rolls all over the Bulldogs. 34-8 is the final.
All right, East Carteret went to Camp Lejeune, no problems. They pick up the 60-0 win as they try to close in on a playoff spot as we have 1 week here to play in the regular season. We still have our bonus game to get to and our Battle Royale game. It was a good one that was played last night with some interesting tactics that happened at the end. But first, it's our Vidant Wellness Play of the Week. And why not go back to Cameron Hutchinson? So many plays to pick from this game, but this 67-yarder sealed the deal as Havelock beat Jacksonville in a thriller. More Blitz highlights coming up next on the Blitz. It is Blitz Battle Royale time, and for the second straight year, the Eastern Carolina 3A, 4A Conference came down to D.H. Conley and South Central. Such a big game, they decided to move it to Thursday night, and you were there.
And my camera was much better this time. It was so exciting yesterday. The crowds were all pumped up, ready to go. The Hollywood Crossroads between Conley and South Central. Now check out Nick Hamilton. He's going to find Nick Brown. Conley goes up early, 14-0. Brown with those first 2 touchdowns. The Conley Crazies were ready to go until Caleb Woodley to ECU commit Jeremy Lewis. Check him coming down with this catch. And his coach for next year, David Blackwell, even though he knows he's got the kid for defensive reasons, he like that. And then Terrell Hines gets the score here. South Central fans like, yeah, we're making a comeback. We know we have this in the bag. Caleb Woodley to Nazir Monroe-Smith. We see number 4 almost every single game. 22-14, South Central turns into 28-21, and Connor Whitehurst, the fumble recovery, leads to a touchdown. It is 28-27. They missed the extra point, so that's how it stayed. Conley had one last chance, 4th and 5. They just could not get the first down. South Central holds on to win 28-27, but after the game was when a lot of the action happened. South Central had one of their players plant a flag at midfield. It started a big fight at the end. They're still sorting out the details, but here's what the coaches had to say immediately following the altercation.
It's a big-time game. A lot of emotions went back and forth. You know, it's a great football game. Emotions going forward.
What's tough is our kids played a heck of a football game. It's a heck of a football game. It's a great football game for Pitt County, and it's got to end like this in those situations. It takes away from what happened on the football field.
Yeah, so the coach is very emotional afterwards. We're still waiting to hear if there's any suspensions or anything that will come about. It could take a day or two to sort out all the video, but certainly that's what rivalries are all about sometimes. Yeah. Rose and New Bern used to have games like that. Top-tier talent, great games, emotions running high. Not quite the case this year, but New Bern trying to go back into Greenville and win where they've been so successful. The last time Rose beat New Bern at home, 2008. Well, Grant Charles German to Grant Humphreys, and just like that, nice gain, and then Grant Charles this time to Zane Knowles for the touchdown. The J.H. Rose coaches showing Marvin Jarman some love. And then, well, and Grant Charles too.
I guess he counts too.
We all show Marvin love.
Yeah, of course.
Meanwhile, Bryce Bizel to the Hizzy. That kind of worked, didn't it? 49-14, Rose gets their first home win over New Bern since 2008. Hey, it's time for our bonus game. Rivals Farmville Central and North Pitt playing for bragging rights.
And here is Alex Johnson. He's going to find Osan Mayo. Do we have some kind of condiment joke about Mayo? No? Okay, you're too late. Gregory Watford, he wants that football back. He's going to get it. Riche Owens. He's going to take it in for the score. And Farmville now, their players getting pretty excited on the sidelines. It's looking pretty good for the Jacks. And Riche Owens again with the run. Eventually, Marcus Gray would get the ball. He'll score. Farmville, though, they get the win, 49-28.
Marcus Gray Poupon. Is that your condiment joke? Gray Poupon. Forget it.
Nope.
All right, let's check out
Overhead
next
again.
week's matchups. The final week of the regular season, except for North Duplin's going to play tomorrow at Hobden, but North Northwest Craven Tuesday. Jacksonville White Oak's supposed to play Tuesday, and Jones Senior at South Creek. But Friday, James Keenan, Clinton, Wallace, Rose Hill, East Duplin. If James Keenan beats Clinton and Wallace beats East Duplin, Wallace wins. If East Duplin beats Wallace and Clinton beats James Keenan, East Duplin wins. If James Keenan beats Clinton, you get the idea. It's going to be a crazy last week, and then the playoffs. Thanks for joining us here on the Blitz.